Hello guys, this is a bit of a different video. I definitely think I should have done this an earlier time, but no time like the present. So this is going to give you a bit of a walk around and talk on our old tractor, Fordson Diesel Major. Now, as you can see, she's fitted with a front loader. It's a quickie loader with a muck fork on the front. She's missing a couple of forks, but we have one of them. We still have to purchase another, and when this tractor is going to be restored, I'll put the forks back on. And the trip doesn't work at the moment, so the lever that should be over just about there on the loader that will make you trip the bucket, so she's locked in the one position at the moment. It's not too bad though. So the tractor itself, it's 1950s Fordson Major. Its back end is of E1A Fordson Major back end, and then the engine is actually out of a Super Major. So the one thing with these Majors is there were interchangeable parts. They were very, very similar models. They did vary in the horsepower and different specs, but they did end up sometimes changing over parts, and so she has a super Major engine. The front wheels, they're off the original Fordson Diesel Major. The back ones are actually off the Super or Power Major type dish. We do have the Fordson wheels that we will be putting on, so they're like these, except they don't have these in-cut grooves on the centres. But yeah, they're good wheels. They're on it when my dad bought it, so it was. So give you a bit more walk around. She's on a transfer box at the moment. Just straight hitch, no pick a pitch, but has hydraulics, single acting spool valve, PTO, the supporting pin drawbar. I'll just give you a bit more look around. So she's supposed to have adjustable arms. As you see, the adjustable arm should be adjustable, but it's broken. It's been welded at some stage. So the wings are different to a regular Major. So they're made of iron, really strong. They have a metal strap that goes along, and then in here you can see the original. They're made on the original. It's original mudguards. So the old ones the originals must have at some stage rotted out, and then these ones were put on. Now, in fairness, they are very, very well done, and we're not going to change them because they're so well. So there's the original there, and then that's where it meets the new ones. I was going to say, she has the two types of handbrakes. This is the regular handbrake, actually, this is the original handbrake. That was optional, but eventually, so this, and then she has the Super Major handbrake as well. So they both work off the same system. So you push down your your foot pedal, and you pull this out, turn it, and then hold like that, and that'll lock that in place. But always remember to take it off, because she will drive away with the handbrake on, and it can happen. So that's for your hydraulics. I don't know, it's McConnell hydraulic system that's on it. She has the single acting spool valve, but because we have a loader on it, it has this valve. We did have to take this off because the way it was leaking at one time. It's all repaired now. So if you click that down like that, that isolates the loader, and so now you will only work the back end. But once you pick it up, you're running the loader. So to freeze the loader, you put that down, and then you're only working off the back end. So yeah, that's that. So this is the beating heart of the Major. As you can see, this is not the regular pump. It's a very unusual pump, and I remember I talked to many different farmers who had Fordsons over the years, and they don't have this particular pump on them. By right, what makes this different is by right, the throttle, or this is how you stop the tractor, by pushing that forward, and then that clicks back. but by right, this stopper should be over here. It's a different pump. It's not actually, it's a Simmons pump, like what was in the majors. They're a good pump. They're even on Nutfields as well. But the this particular pump is on. We think it's off. It might be off a lorry, so it does boost the horsepower a little bit. So originally she would have been working at about a nice bit more horsepower anyway. She originally would have been running under 50 horsepower, but this brings it up to, it definitely boosts it anyway for an extra 5 or 6 horses, because the pump, the roar of the engine is and it's fast on the road as well. We have driven this on the road and it's a lot faster than the initial 18 miles an hour it used to go at. It can go at least 20. I wouldn't be maxing it out because, you know, you don't want to trash your tractor. But that's your pump, lift pump actually, I should say. This is I never noticed this. This is actually called a decompression. So on many of these tractors, they didn't have a starter motor, which is the far side, that starts your tractor with a battery, but they had one of these levers, and this would take the compression out of your pistons. There was a rod that would run at the front end of your tractor. So see that big that hole in the middle, a shaft would go in that hole, and you'd turn it round like you do an old Model T car. You'd turn the engine and then you shut this down and it would start the tractor. And now we never had to use it, but it's on it anyway. It's very rare that they have it. Here's the little clock, the hours clock, believe it or not. It's not actually at the dash, it's here. Tiniest little thing. We only and it's actually sideways as well. She's reading about, get used to focus and stuff. She's running about let's see, what's she running at? 3. Honestly, I think the clock might be broken. 308. She's just running. I suspect that this tractor has at least gone to the full revolution and spun round at least once, but it is hard to make out on that what type of hours this tractor has done. But by the sound of things, it has done some serious amount of hours. It came from a dairy farm. It was used for all sorts of work. The fact there was a loader on the front of it, it made it a lot more used. The fact she has you can see the brackets had to be repaired at one stage. Also, she had a different spec of arms on the back of it, so it meant that it could fit certain ploughs or cultivators that used to be pulled by it. I'll show up at the controls. So this is the controls. As you can see, this is the gears on the ground. This is your gear stick, your high and low. So there's 6 forwards and 2 reverses, which you have first, second, third, and then reverse. And you click up to high, and then you have third, fifth, and then 6th. Hold on, am I saying this right? First, second. It's a funny variation anyway. The way it works here is first gear then turns to third gear, second gear turns to fourth, and fifth turns to 6th. And then your high and low, and you know it's different. Your starter, you click that down to start the tractor. That's to engage your PTO. The hydraulics work off the PTO. Here's your throttle, and there's a thing on the steering even to help. There's no power steering in this, and it can be heavy with the fact it has a loader and the fact cast iron front wheels, so there's plenty of weight on the front. But yeah, that's that. The ignition is not in the right place. By right, the ignition should be down here. There's been a lot of modifications done to it. That's actually where the ignition should be. So the key should be, instead up here, should be down here. But there's actually a lighter put in there. That's to, I think the farmer used to like to smoke, and he put out of a car in it. We're gonna sort this all out when we finally start to restore it. So she's definitely on the list for restoring. She's good brakes, good everything. So all I need to do now is start her up for you. So ignition down, key open. That tells you that there's live wires going. There's circulating. Now there's just a little bit of throttle, too much, and she should start. Give her a bit more. that's her. That's the major. Down this bonnet. So she runs like a clock. So guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like, and there will be more videos like these to come. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.